coming through the middle. Aotearoa for three.
No mai, hoki mai talo whalava bolu naka malu ele namaste, ni hao, konnichiwa, and welcome to the 5th Annual New Zealand Heritage Hockey Tournament 2025. We are live from the National Hockey Centre here in North Harbour, and despite a wet and wild start to Easter weekend, the sun has done its best to poke out of the clouds today. But regardless, turfs are looking good for another excellent weekend of hockey culture and the expected fierce competition that Heritage Hockey brings. I'm Brad Pittman, and joined in commentary again this afternoon by Suresh Wallab, New Zealand Indian Sports Association President. S-Man, final game up for the day, and it's our women's matchup here. A pretty exciting one.
Yeah, namaste everybody, and this one should be an interesting game, isn't it? I think both teams we don't know too much about.
Yeah, that's it. As we see the matchup there, it is New Zealand PASIFIKA taking on FIJI Heritage in the women's Pool A matchup. And the Battle of the Pacific. This time on the women's side, we saw the men's matchup of the same teams earlier this morning. But now it's the women's turn to take each other on. And that's the FIJI Heritage team there in the pink, the new side in this year's tournament. New Zealand PASIFIKA, of course, part of the very first Heritage Hockey. And they're back again here this weekend. But, there's a whole bunch of new players, especially in this FIJI Heritage side. Not a lot of players that we know too much about on either side. So it's going to be pretty interesting as we see the teams come out. And our umpires for today, that's Rachel Williams and Russell Plank there. Second game for Rachel and first one on the main game for Russell. So cool to see. Here's our teams there. The PASIFIKA women in the purple and white, and the Heritage Fiji side in pink. One of the hottest uniforms going around. The men wore the same strip earlier, and they're pretty cool uniforms out there, the pink ones.
Yeah, I saw you there after the game with the Fiji, just trying to get a shirt for yourself from the boys there. So I think you look good in that pink.
Yeah. It didn't come in a 4XL, so unfortunately I'll have to.
You're a bit hard on yourself.
Wait a few more meals before diving into one of those, but you're right, they look pretty sharp. And as mentioned, Rachel Williams and Russell Plank out there. Just having a look at the PASIFIKA team, there are a few players there that we do know of. Hallie Skara, she will captain the side. A midfielder from the Waikato area. Lana Charlick, another one. But also Zoe Tikamata, who has just been named in the New Zealand A side to head over to China as part of Hockey New Zealand's trip over to the tournament over there. So look for her. She played in the Premier Hockey League earlier in the year for the Mavericks. And she's going to be out there. On this Fiji side, a lot of unknowns, but a couple we do know. Marika Magoon, she played a couple of years for the PASIFIKA team. Her dad is the coach. But also Divyanka Kumar, who we know S-Man playing for the Fiji team.
We were lucky enough to have her here last year as part of the New Zealand Indians, and then she played for Pukekohe for the National Hockey Championship as well, which was awesome to see. And it's great to see her representing her country. Yeah, that's what it's all about. She got a pathway in, and obviously took the news back that, hey, let's go to Heritage. So it's been awesome to have them over here.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know we do have a few that have come over from the islands for this match, especially in this Fiji Heritage team. So, Bulavanaka, welcome. Thank you so much for coming and being part of Heritage Hockey 2025. we can't wait to see the skill set on display.
Yeah, yesterday we were lucky enough. We saw the presentation for the men's shirts, and then we stuck around and saw the ladies' presentation. They're just full of life, full of smiles, which is awesome. And hopefully you see those smiles on the field. And, it's just an awesome way to start. They were so proud to get their shirts yesterday. So here we go.
Yeah, and here we do go. It's the hit-off, first use of it for the Fiji Heritage team in the pink. There is the little transfer through Magoon. Both the Magoon sisters actually playing in the middle. Marika in 25 and Nadia in 21. So look to see them link up a little bit together. They're playing in the midfield alongside Divyanka Kumar. So 3 to look out for in the middle of the field for the Fiji Heritage team. And get down the sideline. The Pasifika team, bit of skill shown there. Bailey Newman for Pasifika. And there is Coach Paul Magoon there. As I mentioned, part of New Zealand Pasifika in the earlier iterations and now at the helm of Fiji Heritage. And as we see, great pick there. Lala Ravatu. She's off down that right flank. Got a bit of skill too.
Oh, well done.
Ravatu. And a good bit of shoulder to shoulder there between she and I think that is Hayley Skara out there for Pasifika, who made the tackle, and just recycling now. Pasifika under a bit of pressure. I like this Fiji Heritage pressure, and they win the ball on the sideline. How's the skill showing there from number 4, Lala Ravatu?
Yeah, one-handed dribble down there, and just lost control at that last little bit, but no, she did really well to keep that under control for how long as she did.
Yeah, and now ball into the middle, little misstep from Magoon. She dumps it back off through Catherine Fabiano, but turnover this time for Pasifika. And there is Lana Charlick on the ball, just looking for the 45 entry, doesn't come off. And now here comes Divyanka Kumar, just searching, trying to grab her way across the field to link up. It's going to fall there for Nadia Magoon. And beats everybody over the back line. So, bit of a tentative start here. Both teams just trying to link up and find their connections. I dare say fairly unfamiliar with each other, as are most of the teams at this weekend's tournament. Yes, just trying to work on a couple of combinations in this first quarter.
Yeah, I think the Fiji girls were braving the weather last night. Jeepers, it was pretty gusty, and they did well to stay out as long as they did. But yeah, I think they might have got familiar. Like some of these tournaments, you're learning names on the first day.
Yep, that's it. And good crash ball going there, trying to link up with Ava Rose once Kiriopa there.
Oh, that's a great steal.
Yep, here come Pasifika, little midfield break. And takes it quickly. And she'll finally get the free hit that she wanted. Here comes Hayley Skara. Skara runs into a brick wall, and that brick wall is Nadia Magoon. Take their time setting this one up. Fiji Heritage now ball at the back. Catherine Fabiano into Marika Magoon, and back out it goes. Now a bit of space up this right side of the field.
A little bit too far in front of Magoon there.
Yeah, just turned over. And again, a couple of passes just going a little wayward to start the game here for either team. Subs rolling in, rolling out. That's Latia Masi there for Fiji, entering for her first bit of Heritage 2025. Just looking for something. There's a little overhead one layer, but it's going to fall for Lana Charlick. Big open. Oh, but untrapped there. Picked up though. Here we go. Here's an opportunity. Down to the baseline, just overrun.
I think Lorna's just come back from what was down in what was just played before.
The Junior Hockey League.
Yeah,
yep.
Junior Hockey League.
Yep, Lorna was a part of that.
I think.
Big intercept there, Nadia Magoon. She's racing. Here come Fiji Heritage with some speed. Got the circle. She got the shot. Just doesn't get enough of it. Yeah, we'll have another look at that on the One Foundation replay. There is Nadia Magoon. You can see she was even just a little bit tentative in taking that reverse stick shot.
A little bit too far in front of her, right?
Yeah. As we see a few players rolling their way forward. Yeah, a couple of the players from the Pasifika side involved with the JHL, which is cool, much like the Māori side.
Yep.
A few of those guys.
Maybe Mirage at the back there, Black Block.
Yep.
And I think Sister Queenie was as well, goalkeeper.
And here come Fiji working up the middle of the field. Again, a pass just a little too big that time for Kaylee Tuiravi. On the field now for Fiji Heritage. Now working there. Just to find a bit of space, but that one's going to beat them all over the sideline. And again, just trying to figure out combinations, players just working out those connections on the field here in game one. Even if they did get out on the pitch last night, I dare say the rain and wind would have had other things to say about much practice.
Yeah, and I think it's a bit hard. Like, it's not gameplay, is it?
Yeah. Oh, lovely turn, but she turns it over now. An opportunity here. Good shot, great save. Lovely hockey all around. And again, it was Lala Ravatu on that far side, the right-hand side there, number 4. Really creating opportunities for Fiji Heritage. That ball in from Tui Ravi. Just beat them all, but it was not 5 before going into the circle. So there's this little turn, straight onto the flat stick, and a bit of how you're going opens up the face. And good save there. Now Pasifika having to go back to go forward, but they've lost the ball over the sideline, and invitation now for this Fiji Heritage team to get a roll on. Great defensive work there from Toolin Pritchard for Pasifika, just working back on that tackle there, Dakota Corringham. And now Fiji Heritage under a bit of pressure. It's Toolin Pritchard again, putting the pressure on. And they just, everybody just went carry on there. I think one thought it went over the sideline, the other thought it didn't, and just keep going. Big turnover. Here we go. Oh, she's turned her. Still there for Fiji Heritage. Oh, and it's lifted up into the player, well too far away from the goal, so free hit out coming for Pasifika. But I love the enterprise there of this Fiji Heritage team. It's a couple of attacking opportunities now that they've created. This is that opportunity. Again, just a little bit far out in front, got a bit big and cleaned up the defender with it. And now Fiji Heritage are going to have to work it out of their own end. Down it goes, but pretty easily intercepted in the end by Pasifika, and they come back down the exact same channel. On to Charlick, middle of the field, searching. It's going to bounce down there for Pasifika. They've got numbers in the circle. Cleaned up by BG. It's pretty cool to see. S-Man, I was just down at the dugouts a little earlier. The flags all up. Fijian flags, and then the NZ PASIFIKA flags as well. Pretty cool to see. Both sides getting right into it. There's a bit of skill shown here. All right. Kusita Ogoneta for Fiji, and back they go again around the back through their defensive group, and pressure coming on from Pasifika. Oh, skill there from Corringham. She's beating a couple. Just runs herself into trouble there. Ran straight towards Ogoneta rather than just passing it and getting ahead. Let the ball do the work. Back out here through Magoon. Magoon at the back now. Just had to roll out of the midfield. And that one goes straight to Lana Renwick, and Pasifika now roll their way forward. Cleaned up there by Fabiano. Fabiano has to work out.
Nice easy play for her to get it out.
Yep, little 3D up onto the leg there. There's Magoon, Marika Magoon, that one. And the touch pass out, which keeps it in. Again, one of those mine or yours situations on the sideline, but that one's straight to Hallie Skara. Hallie has some options forward. I think the call's right. It looked a little more spectacular than that. I think the ball did hit her when she was kneeling down, and then it was just the hips that caught the head on the way through. A good, strong clash in the middle of the field between Magoon and Skara. Rolled to the baseline, took a little deflection, so they'll keep possession through the long corner and through Emmy Arledge. Bailey Newman just trying to get on the outside. Newman rolls one, it's across the goal. And another long corner coming here for Pasifika. Skara, Charlick has found the first penalty corner. A little bit of 3D skill over the stick there, and we've got our first opportunity from the set piece. Esman, it goes the way of Pasifika.
Yeah, they worked that one well, Pasifika. Like you could see, just that easy one too, right?
Yeah.
And Charlick just coming through there was awesome.
Yep, 3D skill over the stick and onto the foot there of Magoon, who was defending at the top of the circle. And now we'll have a good look at it. I'd say I can't see through the pole, but I'd say Lana Charlick's probably up there somewhere.
Yeah, she's on top there, ready to have a crack.
Yep, Michaela Lily Moore as well, I think, up there.
Yep, number 10.
Hallie Skara trapping. And they'll go to that one. It is Charlick. Boomtown. Great save.
It's nice, just a nice straight hit, nice save.
Yep. And it could, I was going to say, it could maybe ignite in a little attack down here for Fiji, but they've won it back, Pasifika.
Yeah, Lana was back pretty quick.
And big transfer. This one is played in towards the middle of the field. Great work there, Devianka in the middle of the field, having to do a bit of clean up, but Lana Charlick's got it again. And cut out again here by the Fiji team. Oh, I love the desperation. That's a great camera angle for it too, seeing it straight down the sideline there. Ball at the back now for Pasifika. Big transfer up to the left side, and now down the sideline is cut out pretty easily. Here come Fiji. But Hallie Skara gets back and defends the outlet on the reverse. Just trying to link up there. halfway. You can tell they love it. Look at that. They're running around out there, enjoying their hockey. That's the main thing. A lot of these players have come over from Fiji to be part of this Fiji Heritage team, so very cool as we see an opportunity here. Great receive. Bit of space here. Cross it goes. And it's in the goal. And who is it? S-Man. Ivyanka on the spot. She was part of, like you mentioned, she came over last year to be part of Heritage with the NZI team, and then, back this time with Fiji Heritage, and brought a few friends with her. As we see the build-up here, ball across, not trapped cleanly, and Ivyanka Kuma on the spot. How good is that? What an opener for the Fiji Heritage team. And what a time to score too, with just a minute and a half left in this first quarter. Take real confidence into the quarter time break after wearing off a penalty corner and then going down and scoring. And that one's just going to be seen into the corner. It is going to be right in the corner though, so perhaps an opportunity for Pasifika to come and put a bit of a press on. Of course, this year's Heritage Hockey Tournament brought to you by One Foundation and Alpha, the major sponsors of this year's tournament. Thank you so much for making sure this happens. And of course, tournament sponsors MTEL and Keep Alive, who have been on board for a long time as well. And all the individual team and organisation sponsors that have jumped on board to help the teams get here as well. Such a fantastic weekend of hockey over Easter here, as we see Pasifika rolling one. It's through. They've got the entry. There's a player unmarked on the spot.
Oh, good save by the goalie there.
Oh, what a touch. Excellent touch.
High pressure stuff.
Yep. Elida Borisova there in goal for Fiji Heritage. Great save. Had to be made because there was an unmarked player just sitting there waiting for it. And what a way to finish the quarter for Fiji Heritage. They're up 1-0 here thanks to the goal through Ivyanka Kuma. Just 2 minutes to go. And that's all that splits the sides at the moment. You see the handshakes coming off here for Fiji Heritage. Pasifika, they got a little bit of work to do. That Zoe Takamata in shot there. And coming off the rest of the troops, Hallie Skara, the captain, in the middle of the screen. It'll be interesting to see the two team talks from here. And there is Coach Paul Magoon on the whiteboard, straight in the X's and O's. He loves it. It looks like they're just talking on how to transfer up to counter the back three. So what you're seeing there is his team was the blue team, trying to figure out how they're going to press a back three that Pasifika are playing, and it looked like trying to identify a release from the middle striker. So look potentially to see that press come into play for the Fiji team in the second quarter. Here's some of the goal scoring opportunities we had in that first period. A few of them to Fiji Heritage. Pasifika, they had a couple of opportunities here. This one defended well. This one was the penalty corner. Hallie Lona onto the foot. And the corner here, well executed, but well saved as well. And this is the goal. Have a look at this. Not clean, on the spot. Kumar puts it away. She's pumped. There's a fist pump to go with it. And there she is. That's the tail of the tape. This first 17 minutes.
I think both teams will want to be tidying up their passing, right? I think there's just a few too many loose passes going through over the sideline. Maybe just close up that depth a bit, because I think they're going a bit... You just see their flanks are quite high, and I think just a few balls going over the sidelines there. But apart from that, they both had their opportunities. Fiji obviously got in there first and took theirs. They had that PC shot and this one last little passage here. So I think we're in for, it's anyone's game still.
Absolutely, both teams showing flashes of what they can pull off. But you're right, we'd just love to see some passes going to stick a little bit more. Just build their way forward. They're just probably getting a little bit too disconnected in some of their shape.
I think the nerves will be gone now, so they can start playing their own game, which is be good to see.
FIJI Heritage playing into that midfield. Bump ball, bit of space up the line if they can find it. No, again, that's just the that disconnect there, but it's turned over well here. And then back again. Yep. Lana Charlock, that's the stuff that will be killing Coach Paul Magoon at the moment, just those double turnovers.
Yeah, but I think there's two of the young ones here, right? Like I think they both outskill each other. Yep. You know what I mean? That so much skill between those two.
Yep.
Nice little battle.
Yeah, Nadia Magoon and Lana Charlock in that little head-to-head. And now they shorten things up a little bit, using a bit of skill. 3D, beats 1, 2. Left foot pass. Oh, and it's just slipped through everybody there. See, there's some of the support crew for FIJI Heritage. And they'll win it just around halfway there. The Fiji side, and it looks like Louise Varesso over on the ball there. We're going to run onto it. Tessa Marie Heritage. And still up that right side of the field. They'll win a free hit through Varesso. Back again through Heritage. She goes long handle, but it's cut out in the middle of the field by Pasifika. Rika Magoon, oh, she's such a tough defender, plays low to the ground, pretty short in stature to start with, but man, plays in the defensive channels and
just so strong, eh? Just awesome there. Gets low down on the ball.
Yeah, real solid defender there, as we see Kaylee Tuiravi come onto the field for FIJI Heritage. And they'll work forward through the secondary free hit now. So this is what they were trying to figure out on the whiteboard with Coach Paul, is just how to figure out that back three shape in their pressing, and they've won one here. You can roll it forward. There's the receive. Oh,
what a...
It's going to fall there. Still there for...
Oh, what a goal.
Oh, Heritage, Fiji. I'd hate to be an umpire in that, because it's hit about 3 feet on the way through after that first save. I don't even know whose they were, but it's fallen there for our person that we've been looking at a lot, Lala Ravatu, up that side, number 4 for FIJI Heritage. And she scores the second, slots it in the corner. Like I said, bit of a scramble after that first save, but she just got her hands on it and made sure it hit the corner of the goal.
She took that goal really well. You know, could have easily fluffed it, but that nice placement of that flick.
Yeah, how often do we see, especially young players, just either they wind up and try and cream it and end up just hitting it straight at the goalkeeper, or they wind up and try and cream it and end up just topping it or duffing it and not getting enough. She got her hands on it, nice and strong, push it in the corner and leave no mistakes. So really well executed. And it was on the back of that press that they've worked out. There's Zoe Takamada linking up here. So interestingly, just off the ball, Pasifika straight after that have gone to a back 4 shape now. Started in that back 3. That was the challenge Paul Magoon was trying to fix at the quarter time break. And now Pasifika have rolled out to a back 4 just to try and mix that shape up a little bit. As we see, Charlock has rolled out to the back now. So interesting counter move there from Pasifika. FIJI Heritage just happy to stay in this little 3-quarter and force the mistakes out of Pasifika, and it's working at the moment. Around the back go Fiji Heritage. Just showing some good patience there on the ball, Kaylee Tuiravi, and some skill now.
Oh, wow.
Left foot pass, love that. Another left foot pass. They're off to the races here, Fiji Heritage. It's hit the leg, had to, because if they'd made one more pass, it was about a 3-on-1 in the circle for the Fijian team. Now the goal scorer just trying to get her way through. Links up with the other goal scorer. They're both in the action. And they opt just to settle things down and come out to the back through Magoon.
Yeah, she came a long way off her wing to get involved.
Yep. Magoon searching, cut out well by Charlick. And that one beats them all out over the sideline, so a bit of a breath to be taken now as we see subs coming in. Catherine Fabiano comes on for Marika Magoon. And at 2-0, Fiji Heritage, no real rush to take this free hit. Love the pressure here from Pasifika. Here we go, big opportunity. Reverse stick shot, great save. Cleared, Skara, she doesn't miss. Hallie Skara, top of the D, no mistakes made.
Right in the corner there, right?
Yep, there she is. Hallie Skara, the captain. She followed up the first save with an excellent shot. This one outstretched and then falls straight to the captain, who buries it in the corner. Love it. Hallie Skara gets one back for Pasifika. 2-1 here, middle of the second. And I think if they had their time over, yes, I think the clearing defender there from Fiji Heritage might have just taken a touch longer before belting it straight at the top of the circle.
Yeah, or even looking sidelines, you know. You try and teach your younger ones, just if in doubt, go to the sideline. Try not to go straight, but hey, it's always easy to say that when you're a commentator or watching the game, right?
Yeah, that's exactly it. One thing I will say though is that opportunity came out of that full press from Pasifika. So
yes,
you know, I think they've got to give it a crack. You know, there's some opportunity to really try and turn a couple of these Fiji players over and then create an opportunity for a goal scoring chance. So on a Charlick, they're just playing with it, but Devyanka picks her, a little messy. She comes away with it there. And now in the middle, it falls for Fiji Heritage. And they'll take themselves a sideline hit. Down it goes. Cut out again though by Charlick. She's been really good for Pasifika. A lot of times just finds herself in the right position.
Yeah, I like Charlick playing a bit higher than what she was before, remember?
Yeah.
She's playing quite deep, and I think she's just wasted out the back there. So I think in the midfield is good for her. Gives a bit more control of the game.
Yeah, that's it. And again, it's that shape change that they were going through. You know, they started back three with her as a midfielder, and then they roll her out to a back four, kind of like they're doing now, just to try and change some shape and throw that press out for Fiji.
See, when she's there, it gives a bit more time to do things, right?
Yeah. And here, very nearly. That's the one player, if you're a Pasifika fan, that's the one you want with the ball. Zoe Takamata there. Ton of skill and some speed to go with it. Mentioned played Premier Hockey League with the Mavericks earlier in the year, or later in last year, apologies. And now here comes Fiji straight up the middle, trying to link up. They'll win a free hit. Taken quickly, all you can hear on the sideline is "Go Fiji!" And that's what we're here for. They go all right, straight down into that corner.
She did well to keep that in.
Yeah, really well. Love to see this too. Sideline coaching, just clearing up the plan in those defensive areas. Paul Magoon there, and it comes. Beats everybody. Who's first to it? Nadia Magoon. First save. Now we've got a little war of the lower stick. Still there for Fiji. And And saved by Blacklock over the back line there in the end. They play back out. Great pressure. Tool and Pritchard now couple to beat. Oh, just trying to link up. That's a pairing that could cause a lot of trouble. Tool and Pritchard and Zoe Takamata. Here she is. Just running out of space. Trying to use some skill. Can't get through. Great tackle. And a little overzealous in that one.
Dropped the shoulder a bit there. Two of the biggest girls on the turf having a shoulder to shoulder.
Yeah, I think they call that a bantamweight.
Yeah.
That one down towards halfway. And the crew coming on there. We just saw Dakota Corringham. She was good in her first stint in the midfield for Fiji. Down that left sideline. Beats her once, twice. And gives away a free hit. Perhaps just a little bit too much shoulder contact there for the liking of Russell Plank, the umpire. And it's a tangle up. This one, it goes in the way of the Fiji Heritage team, thanks to Corringham. And down that right sideline it goes. Free hit coming. They take it quickly. Still going here. Fiji Heritage is a couple of players in the circle. Lovely skill. Reverse stick. Oh, and doesn't get all of it. It's an unfortunate one there. That's the captain, Melba Nautu.
Yeah, just that. Wanted to take that shot again. Maybe had time to go on your forehand, I think, because looked like she had a bit of space there.
Yeah, we like to call that the $10 move and 10-cent finish. Unfortunate there for Fiji Heritage. But here's Marika Magoon breaking infield. She's got to run into her own player. But they bat it through to the circle edge. Still there for Corringham. Open shot. Well defended. Lana Charlick. Really good on her reverse stick there.
Yeah, just getting up close, right? That's what's going to beat you with that reverse shot. Just getting close enough to get your stick jab in there.
Love the dedication showing there. Nadia Magoon diving out to intercept that one. As you see, a few crew over in the stands. Most of them are in this near stand by us, a little closer to the food and drink. But I'm sure those stands will start to get a little busier as the weekend goes on. Those that are in and around the Auckland area, Auckland region, get on down to the National Hockey Centre here in North Harbour for 3 more days of unreal hockey. Finishing up, of course, with the grand finals in both the men's and women's sections on Monday, Easter Monday.
And don't forget, we've got our 1 day of juniors tomorrow. It was meant to be 2 days, but just with the injuries, I understand a lot of people are away with Easter, so we've got the 1 day tomorrow, which starts at about 10 o'clock. Yeah. So we've got about 6 teams coming along. So that's year 7 and 8s and 9s and 10s. So going to be a few giveaways and stuff for the young ones, so that'll be cool to see, and to see the young ones getting involved.
Yeah, excellent opportunity for them to run alongside this this tournament. So we look forward to seeing them all in and around the venue tomorrow as we see a bit of an attack here from Fiji. Ball bouncing. And the one-time shot there from Lala Ravatu is a little wayward. You see this little replay, ball across, little touch, and on the one time, yeah, just hit a bit in behind the ball. Now into midfield, here come Pasifika. It's a little scrappy both ways there, but free hit falls to the ladies in purple. Only as far as halfway, and now here come Fiji Heritage. But as we've seen a couple of times, Suresh, the old double turnovers hurting a little bit in the midfield.
Yeah, I think both coaches will be won't be too happy about that. Just, got to value the possession of the ball. And even if you've got to take control and just pull it out, take it back out of that traffic and come back and around maybe.
Yeah, I think especially for this Pasifika team, they haven't created a huge number of opportunities like the Fiji team have. Love for them to hold the ball a little bit more. Cool to see a bit of insight there. Toolin Pritchard and Lana Charlick in the dugouts just having a conversation about their game plan. And again, Fiji breach that attacking circle but can't come away with anything this time. And here come Pasifika dumping it off. Left-hand side of the field. Look to go back, but it's cut off. Look to go in the middle, it's also cut off. And there's again, another double, triple. I don't know what goes past that. Quadruple turnover. Linking up now. Here comes Devyanka Kumar. Great skill. Still going. And it goes. Good receive. The shot. And it's just wide. Just wide of the goal. And Pasifika, again, try and come out quickly. But it's this speed that's also their undoing at the moment. Yes, I think they're just rushing out of their back end. And those sort of throwaway passes like that aren't helping them. And that is half-time here between these two teams on screen. Ava Rose, Ponce Kiriopa, and the score 2-1 in favour of the Fiji Heritage team. Goals so far to Lala Ravatu and Devyanka Kumar for Fiji Heritage, and the lone goal going the way of Hallie Skara for New Zealand Pasifika. And I'd have to say, yes, this Fiji Heritage team deservedly on top at the moment. They've been creating a lot more of the opportunity, a lot more of the flow of the game, and obviously deserved 2-1 at the moment.
Yeah, I think so, and I think it they'll probably be a bit hard on them. They could have been about 4-1 up actually, because they've had just rushing that final shot. But on the same token, some good saves, but just scrambling defence.
Yep. Yeah, and it's a classic as we see some of the highlights here, thanks to One Foundation. It was Nadia Magoon's first up shot on the reverse, not overly convincing. And this one here, picked off by Lala Ravatu, forcing a save there from Blake Lock and goal. And then that one up into the body there. This is Bailey Newman just trying to thread something across, but cleaned up. Ali Skara, this one sets up the penalty corner off Lana Charlick. The penalty corner well executed, but well saved as well. And this was the first of the goals here. Look for 23 on the spot. Thanks for coming. That's where you want to be. See it from another angle here. Lovely baseline drive, good early option. And put away. This one is the goal for Pasifika. Hallie Skara just steps onto it. She doesn't miss those when you give her an opportunity from the top. See it from the other angle.
The first save, and I think
bang. Yep, so the goal obviously that we didn't see was the Lala Ravatu goal, but just have a look at that, and that's what we're talking about. 9 shots on goal for Fiji and 11 circle entries. Really high completion there in terms of entries to shots. You say they probably could have had 3 or 4 goals, and that's the reality. Pasifika not creating as many opportunities, and the bulk of them probably came in that first quarter. The second really dominated there by Fiji Heritage, so work to do. As we see Antonio Teliai there barking some orders, and it looks like we're talking about the way that they're trying to attack and getting some players ahead of the ball and giving them some targets to potentially move the ball forward to.
Yeah, but I think both teams are guilty of this, that control in the midfield. You know, a lot of turnovers, like you said, we've sort of had about 3 or 4 turnovers in a row there, which I think the coaches won't be happy about, where they're just trying to push it a little bit too far. You know what I mean? Just get control.
Yeah, that's it. And, you know, when I was growing up playing, you looked up to Ryan Archibald, and a guy they called Scratchy, played a lot of years for New Zealand in the midfield, and though he probably wasn't the world beater or the pace, he just didn't make mistakes in the midfield. You pass it to him, he'd trap it, make a pass, and you'd like to see a little bit more of that from both of these teams. Just cut down the error rate in their midfield, perhaps shorten things up a little in their midfield, and just string some passes together that they can build on.
I think we saw that in the first game this morning with the Punjab Warriors, how they just had that control of the small game and not worried about going back and forth, but as long as it's stick to stick, and you know they were making all of those traps count. You know, there were no bobbly passes, etc. So I think the second half's going to be a cracker, because you know we look at the flanks of that Pasifika side, a bit of pace there.
Yeah, there absolutely is. If they can link up the right passage of players, like you said, and I like the identification of just moving Lana Charlick or keeping her more engaged up in that midfield, letting her direct a little bit of traffic. On top of that, they're then able to link up the players like Hallie Skara, Zoe Takamata, Tulan Pritchard, etc., who can really give them some go forward. But it's got to start from their midfield, and they've got to get some control in there. And I think when Lana's having to play out the back four, they just lose a little bit of that.
Yeah, and I think you see that with the Fiji girls, with the Magoo girls, like Nadia in the middle there, and she's always involved. You know, like your key playmakers are involved in a lot of the play. I'm not saying that's the one way to go, but you know, you've got both the girls there, both the sisters that are taking control of things. And then you've got Kumar here that can help out as well. So you've got 3 through the mids there that can really take control of things and bounce out passes and take control.
Yeah, and often when there is these games where it seems like there's a lot of turnover or a lot of action happening in the middle of the field, the team that can control that middle will come out on top, and I think that's probably where Fiji Heritage are sitting at the moment. You see a little overhead there. Falls for Zoe Takamata, beats one, can't get through the second. And there is Magoon. You can tell because she's almost got her knuckles on the ground in every action.
Yeah, it just runs hard, you know, just does not ever back off, which is awesome to see, right?
Yep, and this is that midfield to midfield that is just missing at the moment for Pasifika. So they win the ball there, and their first pass goes over the sideline, so tough to build on that. Takamata up in an early split. They're going to put some pressure on here. And they do well enough to get to the left-hand side of the field, but still under pressure. And free hit coming for Luis Bereso. And this Pasifika team right up in full press. They're really trying to force errors in the back end, and they'll win that sideline hit probably up towards halfway. As we see, there's the flags and there's the ladies for Fiji Heritage. And Coach Paul Magoon. And here is that sideline Pasifika free hit. And it goes to Hallie Skara. And there's the speed you talk about, yes, down that sideline there. And when the free hit, that one was through Bailey Newman. Right, here come Fiji. Just trying to keep control, but that one goes straight to the stick.
I think there where she tried to go through the player, she could have come back on the 45. Maybe, just having a look out.
Yeah, again, we're in a pretty privileged spot to be able to sit up here and see those pass options.
But I think when they look at the rerun, they're going to see that.
Yeah, and usually as you know, as coaches, you like to encourage the people that are off the ball to get into spaces and be calling for it, so the ball carrier doesn't have to search so much. And, fast little attack there from Pasifika.
You just that little turnover in the middle again, eh? Not finding a stick.
Yeah. Yeah, it's obviously something that's come out of that quarter time talk is just a little bit extra on their full press here. Perhaps that's what Antonio Teliai was pretty animated about in their talk.
Oh, that's a nice passage there. Nice
There
out.
we go. Brilliant space here for Devyanka. She's just going to be able to walk in.
Well defended there.
Can't believe that Devyanka wasn't able to get a shot away there. Opted to try and pass it through, but excellent defence there by Pasifika. Kind of space just opened up for their S.
Yeah, it just looked...
I think she was as surprised that the circle edge was coming.
I think that happens, right? When you're playing up the front there, it just opens up too much and you're like, get a bit of stage fright maybe.
Yeah, didn't expect this. Thought we were going to have to make a pass earlier. As we see ball around the back here, through to Ravi down that midfield channel, but cut out. And I'll take the free hit as well. Lana Renwick. Scurra and Bailey Newman. Newman puts the afterburners on. There's the pass. Dive, get on the belly. There it is. What a goal. Goalie's lost her boot in the making of it. But excellent couple of touches there, and look how wrapped they are on the bench. How good. Check it out on the replay. It was Newman. Lovely little 3D ball here. Thought that touch was a little bit heavy, but Chulin Pritchard
just
fixed
running
it
that
up.
post, right?
Yep.
Stick on the ground.
Yep. The little touch from Alana Renwick, who was number 8. Yeah, she just kind of jagged it back across the goal, back to the same side it had come from. And Chulin Pritchard, right place, right time. And we're locked up here, 2-2. A little bit of running repairs. The goalkeeper's... it's a tough one, isn't it? Just putting the boot on is one of the toughest things to do. You kind of got to get the leg off,
Yeah,
put the boot on, get the leg back on, and you've probably had to take your gloves off in the meantime. And finally gets it all done there. The goalkeeper, not one of the bits of equipment we see come off regularly.
Not really, but yeah, because your shoes just slip off sometimes. It's one of those things.
But I will say, love the extra high press from Pasifika, and it's paid off for them there.
Yeah, I think that pressure is just just gone up another gear, I think, Pasifika.
Yeah, two things that I think you spoke about in that halftime break is using the speed on the outside. So the way that that Bailey Newman just put the burners on that right side, and then being on the post with your stick down, getting in the right spot.
And that's what every coach wants for any young player. Keep your stick on the ground. And here we go again, see?
Yep, same spot.
Oh, nicely read there.
Yeah, really well cleaned up. Yep, the game might evolve and change and do its thing, and new technology, but a player on the post with their stick on the ground hasn't changed.
No. And it's a bit of a coach killer when it goes flying past that post. Well, as you know.
That's it. We saw it a little earlier in the Jan Peterson ball across the goal.
Yes, exactly. Yep.
So, well executed. Here come Pasifika again, using the speed. Cross it goes. Oh, and very nearly.
How did she pick that off the feet?
It's off the back. She's running forward. It's come behind her feet, and she's somehow tried to get a little bit of stick on it.
She did really well to get a stick to it anyway, but gee, it's a pretty awesome ball.
Yeah.
It's paying off for Fiji. Yeah, see that press is just putting all sorts of pressure on Fiji at the moment.
Yep, they've really turned the volume up, and look, have a look at Chulin Pritchard. She's doing a lot of work up the front there between her and when Zoe Takamata are on. They're really putting pressure on that back group of Fiji Heritage. And
see Lorna's quite vocal there in the mids there, just keeping everyone in check.
Yeah, and so one of two things has to happen for this Fiji side, right? Either Marika Magoon has to come out of the midfield to help them get the ball out of the back because they're under a bit of pressure, or they're going to keep feeling this pressure.
Yeah, I think...
Again, forced to come back here. Here's the running press coming. Under pressure, and they'll win it here through Charlock. Another great win for Pasifika. They've started to find a groove with this press. Skara with the transfer. Great tackle, Nadia Magoon. And it'll fall for them finally there, Fiji Heritage.
I think this is where you just take a breath and just get your composure back. They've been under pressure for a little bit, so be patient. Nothing silly out of defence.
Yeah, and there's the pressure felt again. Here's the speed. This is what you want to see for Pasifika. On it comes.
Oh, save, goalie.
Good save. Might have kicked a little early and found the bottom of the boot.
Yeah, I think she was going backwards and just the ball appeared a bit quicker than expected. So,
but again, it's paying off here for Pasifika. The high press and the speed on the outside is what's being the undoing of Fiji Heritage at the moment. Oh, skill. Hallie Skara, touch pass. Tulin Pritchard.
Post.
Oh, it's hit the paintwork.
Wow.
Oh, she was trying to go for a double this quarter, Tulin Pritchard. She scored only a few minutes ago. Great shot as we see the replay there, yeah, just hitting the far post. And again, Fiji Heritage finding themselves in this familiar spot of having to work out of their own end. And they're under a bit of advantage here. Pasifika get the entry. And penalty corner coming. What a third quarter for Pasifika. Man, they are really impressive here. Again, that right side baseline paying dividends. And the short corner for the foot there. So penalty corner coming. Their first one, they went the Lana Charlock straight hit out of the first bracket. Be interesting to see what other options they might have. Brains Trust up there. Looks like Hallie Skara, the captain. Tulin Pritchard, the goal scorer. And Charlock again. And single bracket. The subs looking on. It's always nice to run on as a sub when you've just scored a goal. So I'd love that here. Pasifika. Charlock.
Too high, maybe.
Yeah, that's certainly the call, but they disagree with it, Pasifika, and I'd without seeing the replay, I think I'd have to agree with them. I think it was a pretty standard sweep hit.
Well, I think that's all fish and chip paper now, Brad. We
See it on the replay.
Can't worry about it. Yeah, it's a tough one, right?
Yep. And it's all happening pretty quickly. Got to make a call on the spot, and here now Fiji again just can't get through. Pacific have really organised well here. Fiji Heritage just need to find a way to play a bit of hockey at the other end of the field for a moment and try and return some of that pressure. Oh, look at the good man, Paul Magoon, getting his running shoes on. What a legend. Holds it back down there for his player in the sideline hit. And here we go. Opportunity. Cut out well there. Good low defence by Kiana May. Lala Ravatu here on the ball. And good defensive work out by Kiana May. Charlotte looking over, trying to link up with Takamata, but it's cut out there. Here comes Fiji. Great tackle. Lana, she's been outstanding for Pacifica.
Yeah, it's just reading it so well. How's that for a lead with the pace out wide?
Hallie Skara there, letting the ball go through. Well cleaned up, well tackled. Kelly
Oh,
to
well
Ravi
done.
Ravi, and the skill to go with it.
Wow.
And the pass. Get it back. She's off here to Ravi Ravi. She did all the hard work. Would have loved just to build that up a touch more before forcing the go forward.
Yeah, I think, yeah, like you said, she's done the hard work. It's just that rush pass maybe, but...
Takamata weaving, spinning, puts one in the blender, 2-3, and she gets her back.
And who's that again?
Yep.
Lorna.
Right there.
Devyanka just with a settler there, right? Just get the foot,
Yeah.
settle it down.
Yeah, and refs a little slow to call that one there, I think. Both teams just waiting for the free hit to be called so they can get in the right spots. And now, opportunity, Fiji Heritage. Cross it goes. Oh, and saved out onto the foot. That's unfortunate.
How does she even get a shot on goal?
Yeah, that's fantastic work there. Lala Ravatu, she's already got a goal to her name. We'll see that One Foundation replay.
She is awesome. And
Reverse stick receive, gets a good shot on goal, and the Blacklocks get it all wrong.
Yeah.
After that.
They can have a chat about that over dinner.
Yep. Yeah. One will say, don't kick it at me. The other will say, well, get out of the way when I kick it.
Oh, it is too.
Yeah, first penalty corner here for this Fijian Heritage team. So interesting to see what they've got in the playbook. Looks like Devyanka will be there to trap, and thinking that's Kaylee Tuiravi at the top. It is for Fiji Heritage, one bracket. Let's see what they've got going on. They go short. And it's taken a skip and a long corner coming, so they opt the short one there to the goal scorer, and Lala Ravatu, perhaps looking for deflections or something going across the goal. And instead it picked up a defender's stick on the way through, so long corner coming for Fiji and no real shot fired. Devyanka Kumar, she's inside the circle.
Ooh, just searching for that foot.
Yeah.
Well defended by Mirage.
Yeah, tried to just rip it around onto the foot there. We saw the hand go up as we see Hallie Skara come from the field, and on goes Tool and Pritchard. Here is Mirage Blakelock. Tough one to trap out there at left half. Yes, when it's kind of gone ahead of you and you're trying to catch your feet up to it.
Yeah.
Tough ask there for Kiana May. Oh, that's not so tough of an ask for Takamata. She's given it, and now she's off. Great pass.
Races. Yep. And how's that for a tackle?
Excellent tackle. Had to be made too because it was 2-on-1.
That was better, not just going for the crash ball, just dragging it out.
Yep.
Give yourself a bit of time to have a look.
Yeah, now Lana Charlick got the overhead. We've seen it a couple of times this time. Opts to go long handle. And they'll move their way up the field. Just under 90 seconds left to go in this third quarter here. One more quarter to go after this, of course, and scores all locked up at 2-all. Yes, could we potentially be on our way to see our first lot of shootouts for the day?
Still a lot of hockey, my friend.
A lot of hockey left, and what's a bit of overtime?
Yeah. It's hard to call it at the moment, right? It's just locked up and getting back into that to and throw battle again.
It is, and it's a game that was hard to call even before the ball started rolling. You know, even talking to the two teams down before the game, just trying to figure out who's who and who's playing where and what. And there's no such thing as form guides here when the teams are just meeting a couple of days beforehand. So it's lived up to it, though. This one been a real back and forth.
You see these young ones having good, awesome little battles in the middle there, right? Nadia and
yeah.
Just getting caught up a bit there.
Yeah, there's a couple of real personal battles going on in that midfield, especially. See Megan Teleai on the field. And that also Twila McDiarmid.
Yeah, Twila, she was down there with our Heritage under-18s last year.
Yep.
Did really well. She got a bit of a crack in the hand, I think, and she ended up not playing the last day or two. So.
And there's that third quarter. Hooter goes. It's 2-all and 17 minutes left to play. There's Zoe Takamata coming off for the last time before the final quarter. And equally, the Fiji Heritage teams, Lala Ravatu, she's been really good going forward for the ladies in pink. It'll be interesting to see what each coach has in mind or has in store for this final 17 minutes. The way that the draw's set up, you pretty much have to win on your way through to Monday's final. You see a few of the highlights here from earlier in the game. That's the goal to Tulin Pritchard, and it's the missing boot there from the goalkeeper. See it from another angle. Little 3D, touchback's heavy, and she's pumped about it. And then another opportunity here on the reverse stick. Just goes a little bit too far behind Michaela Lily-Moore. Good save being called there by Alida Burisova. And that one chipped the paintwork. Tulin Pritchard couldn't believe it. But it was all Pasifika in that third quarter. On a Charlick, had one run down. And then this late opportunity here for Fiji Heritage, their first penalty corner. Again, they went short. And that one steered away by the defence. And as the teams start coming back out, we'll have a look at the stats. Yep, Fiji 10 shots on goal, 12 circle entries and 1 penalty corner. Pasifika, of course, the 8 circle entries, 7 shots on goal and 2 penalty corners. So fairly even, probably favours the Fijians there a little bit. But the scoreboard is the one that counts, and there is nothing between the two teams here. As we come out for the fourth, and Lana Charlotte gets her overhead charge down.
Yep.
And they come again this time through Twila McDiarmid. Big.
It's a nice trap there.
Yep, side to side ball, tough trap. Had a little bit of a skip on it.
It's a nice old school trap, stick upright.
Yep.
And feet behind it so it doesn't go over the sideline, right?
That's it. Hands out in front. Yeah, good skill set showing there by Megan Teleai.
Showing your age a bit there, Brad. You know, reminiscing about old times.
Hey, that's it. That's it. Even I grew up playing half and half on the grass, so
Yeah.
it's fun times back there having to trap it.
Nothing like grass hockey.
Here comes Magoon, lovely turn.
Oh.
When she left one in the dust, but that one's cut out. Will fall here for Fiji, and they'll take the sideline hit just in front of the dugouts. There through Abby Stewart. Here's this press from Pasifika. This worked so well for them in the third quarter. And good win for the purple. Yep, you can see coach there, Antonio Tiliai, imploring players to get forward. They need numbers in attack, and
They found it.
that's gone straight onto the foot there of
Unlucky touch there of the foot.
Marika Magoon. It's Haley Scara just forcing this one in. You see on the reverse there. Hits the foot. And I think Eva Sexton liked her chances in the middle of the circle with the baseball bat up there at that point.
Ready to give it a crack if the umpires let it blow on.
Yeah, right, penalty corner awarded, and now big opportunity for first advantage in this fourth quarter. Good trap. Well run, really well run.
Nice drag out, nice clean drag out and trap, but
just a little bit too slow on that pickup of the drag flick.
I think Fiji were equal to it with that trap, with that defence there.
Yep. Interestingly, no hint or mention of the blue cards.
Yeah.
Yet. So both teams still have them up their sleeves if they choose to use them. We've seen, obviously, teams use that blue card, the new innovation and blue card advantage being trialled out this weekend by Heritage Hockey. So the way the blue card works is at any time you can indicate your use of the blue card, and it forces the other team to sit out a player for 5 minutes. So it's a power play advantage in the aim of obviously having a player extra and perhaps being able to score a goal or two in that 5 minute period. We've seen them used in all 3 games earlier this afternoon. So it'll be interesting to see if teams perhaps look for them here. What a tackle.
What a tackle.
Marika Magoon on the reverse, but then just gives it back. We've said it a little bit before, did all the hard work and then didn't make them pay for it there again. Both the Magoon girls, Nadia this time.
That's that battle in the middle. They're the young ones having that battle.
Yep. That is, and they know them. They know each other pretty well. It's Eva Sexton and Nadia Magoon going head to head. 2 young Heritage players.
Yeah, the blue card. So it's the whoever imposes the blue card. So it's the other team's coach that picks the player.
Yep.
So you can't pick you can't pick which player, so it's the coach of your team and you pick which player goes off.
Yep. Yep, and of course you can't send a goalkeeper off.
No.
It's no good, and you also can't, once playing your blue card, you can't then go and remove your goalkeeper to try and get an extra advantage either. So traditionally, I mean, it's only been 3 games, but what we've seen is 2 different styles of using it. The first teams, I'm not sure they were too interested in it, so they just used them together and just played a period with 10 on 10. But the other use, which is a lot more exciting, is using them on top of yellow cards to try and get a 2-player advantage that way. So waiting for a team to get a yellow card and then chucking your blue straight on top of it, as we see. The crowd don't like that one, S-Man.
But I think the ref got it right.
I think so too. It just got in behind the stick there of the Fiji player, but
I'm not going out to tell the Fijian that.
No, it sounds like we've got the men's team in half of Suva out the front here at the moment.
So I'm not saying nothing.
But good to see them, good to hear them, and in support of their team. And they're in an arm wrestle here. Marika Magoon just trying to work her way out.
Well, didn't she?
Yep.
Just dispossessed her. And
here comes Lorna Charlick. Pass away. Tulin Pritchard. Hunting. Still hunting. Wins it there, Pritchard, and she's got a bit of space now. And Magoon v Charlick, really solid from Marika. And comes straight back to her.
You've got to be careful here. Just need to clear that out.
Yeah. Yeah, still going.
It's been camped down here for a little while, and I think they just need to ease some pressure.
Yep.
You know, like we saw in that first game where they just Punjab Warriors weren't worried about knocking it down into the corner here over the back line. Just relieve a bit of pressure, make them have a 16.
Yeah. Yeah, Fiji would love to see it at the other end for a couple of seconds at the moment. Is Charlotte trying to go on the reverse, gets it wrong.
So this is where you've got to keep your composure. Don't rush it. Just take it up to the 16. Give yourself another 5 metres. There you go. But, you know what I mean? We have a rush of blood where I think players think, oh, if we take a quick free hit, but you still got 5 metres in front of you, take it to the top of the D.
Yeah.
Impose yourself.
Is that speed? Speed kills, and it's working at the moment for Pasifika. And she puts Mirage under a bit of pressure back there.
She did well to get out of that.
Yeah, I don't think she was super aware that there was a player hunting on.
It won't be on Mirage's highlight reel.
Nope. So a lot of action happening in and around the dugout spaces at the moment.
They're all lined up like a runway. Here we go. Looks like a...
Yeah, they all come flying on. Looks like a touch interchange bench.
Yeah, maybe the bomb squad, like in rugby, with the South Africans.
Yeah, they come flooding on all at once, and now, again, this Pasifika press really paying dividends at the moment. Fiji Heritage battling to get out of their own end, and screams goal coming very soon if Pasifika can keep this up. Good work there from Nadia Magoon. Ball goes down towards...
Who's got the wheels here?
Yeah. I think the ball's probably got the wheels.
Yeah.
But like we said, yes, this will be nice for Fiji just to see a little bit of ball at this end of the field. Try and create an opportunity for them. There's a bit of tangle up there.
Oh, what a tackle.
Yeah, excellent. It's Marika Magoon. No surprise. And that tackle ruled A-OK.
Took a hard fall there, Marika.
Yeah, I think she just landed on that elbow.
And her elbow, so
Yep.
brush it off.
Yep, that's it. They build them tough there in Fiji. And back they go. Pasifika now trying to push out.
Wide, and back into Magoon. That's it. You could see that play, which is what they needed.
This is it. This is the one. Fiji, opportunity.
Oh, wow.
Oh, and it beats everybody across the goal. Coach Paul Magoon can't believe it. He's got both hands on his head. That was the one. Nadia Magoon there. Let's watch it on the One Foundation replay. Just showing that speed. Nadia just beats everybody across the post. What do we say? Yes, on the post, stick down.
But I think that would give Fiji a bit of confidence. They've been parked up down the back there for a little while, but I think you'll see a spring in their step now because they know they can get back up there.
Yeah, huge. And whispers of the blue card are actually are going on down in the dugouts at the moment. So interesting to see how the teams opt to use them. That one's a little less than convincing.
Oh, look at this.
And it's the captain still going.
I think Lucky Mirage was already on the ground, otherwise it might have been a PC.
That time the Blacklocks got it right. Ball in, still there. The goal scorer across.
Oh, how's
that? Got it back.
Good goalkeeping, good attack.
Really good save there from Queenie.
I think all around the attack was great as well. How's that, the skill of that attack there?
Yeah, I really like that. Was Lala Ravatu, but also Malba Notu on the earlier exchanges there in the attacking circle for Fiji. And now 6 minutes to go. It's all on. 2-2. 6 minutes left. And neither team wanting to go to a penalty shootout.
No. That skill from the captain, Fiji captain.
Oh, yes.
Just trapping on reverse,
Yeah, really solid work.
And getting past as well. It's just awesome to see.
Oh, opportunity here for Fiji.
Just keep your composure. Yep, Paul wants it to go fast, so he's kicking it out.
And they have to take it inside the 25-yard line where it was, not outside.
So we've got one under wide here.
Here we go. What do they got down the sideline? Running out of space quickly. And free hit coming, well defended there. Cool, so looks like both teams are using the blue cards. There's the signal from the official. Blue cards both ways, which means we're going to play 5 minutes here, of 10v10 to decide the winner of this game. So teams taking players off.
I don't know who's going on, who's going
No, it's hard to tell who's actually going to sit down versus who's just going for a sub. Hopefully we can get a camera pointed at the those that are sitting. We can figure out who's actually gone. Oh, there we go. Emmy Arledge for Pasifika team. And a bit of space now for Pasifika. This could really open up for them. They've got the speed. Still going. Ball across. Up in the air. Oh.
How good was that?
That's Rafael Nadia there. Oh, that's pretty.
Yeah.
How's the control there? Just to keep it in front. Nice forehand. Turn the
Nothing
wrists.
dangerous either. Umpires blew it well. Just saw no danger in it. Well done.
And a little bit of top spin just to get it over the net too. Love that from Nadia Magoon. Ooh, that one's a little bit of a stinger. And there's our Fiji Heritage player that is spending the remaining 5 on the bench as part of the blue card system. So sure to be exciting. 1 minute of it's gone. We've got 4 minutes left here. 10v10. We're either going to see a game winner or we're going to penalty shootouts. One or the other, but it's excitement both ways. As Fiji Heritage just make mistakes at their own end. It could prove costly.
Getting on the wrong side of the ball there, I think that was Abby.
Yeah, again, it's just that action out at left half. If it's thrown in the wrong spot, it makes it really tough to play. You don't have a lot of room out on the sideline either. And as Pasifika look to go all the way back, try and pull out a couple of Fijian strikers before going forward. Yanka does well.
Working overtime there.
Yep. Right, one back here, Zoe Takamata. Oh, that one's too big. Too big there for Bailey Newman. And Fiji roll their way forward. 2.5 to go, 10v10 for the ball game. Of course, you can still sub other players in the 5-minute blue card period. Your player that's sitting remains sitting. They can't be subbed on and off the chair. They are sitting for 5. And we saw those 2 players a little earlier. Magoon has to pick it up on a reverse. She's off.
They're lucky to get away with that one.
Yeah, I thought so too. And that pass, a little big, but brings it under control. And now cleaned up by Lona Charlick. Yeah, I think Marika Magoon probably got one to go away that time. But you'll take those.
Yep, Easter present.
Now Corringham here. Lona Charlick trying to go 3D out, but puts herself under pressure. And now Magoon on the ball. Oh, what a pick. That's phenomenal from Lona Charlick. And now Zoe Takamata. This is troubles stations for Fiji. Still going, Zoe. Just needs to link up with someone. There's no one there for her. And there's only so many times you can 3D beat that same player.
Yeah. Nadia's not going to let you go through too many times, is she?
That's it. Free hit going the way there of Fiji through Nadia Magoon. And that's a lovely matchup between Magoon and Takamata.
Into the last minute now, Brad.
Yep, this is it. Probably got one good roll at it if you can build things up here for Fiji.
Nice open play. There you go.
Divyanka Kumar beats one. Needs to find a pass. Just overran it a little bit. Oh, Mirage Blakelock. Lona Charlick, she's going to try and go downtown, long handle anyone up there. It's Hello by Lionel Richie.
Yep.
And nobody answering for Pasifika. There's always a Lone Ranger up there pressing.
Oh, that was unlucky.
Oh, really unlucky. It'll be Pasifika ball here.
No.
Ref's definitely signalling for Pasifika. Yep, there they go.
Last throw of the dice.
Again, just nobody up there. Nobody up in the circle. You need somebody to score the goal at the end of it.
Okay.
Well, looks like we are working overtime, ladies and gentlemen.
I hope I get paid for this
Get your
on
extra,
my birthday.
Get your extra dollars out here. And crowd love it. Players, they're not so sure. Paul Magoon, not a big fan of some of the umpiring calls. Both coaches pretty animated following that one. There's Hallie Skara, the Pasifika captain. And the teams, of course, now will get ready for a penalty shootout. As teams go through their pleasantries, they are still going to have to battle it out in the penalty shootout to decide the winner of this match. Needs a result from every game. So you can see Bagsy, he's just propped his way out on the field there.
Oh, yep.
To help prep, and Lewis Balsam as well, the third umpire. She'll go out and be part of her duties. Interesting, yes, you usually see the high fives and stuff after the shootout.
Yeah, I think, but these girls, they've all played so much together, and that's the cool thing about this heritage concept. You know, they've, some may have played for some of the Fiji girls may have played for Pasifika in the past before they had a team.
Yep.
But the club scene, helps them out.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it just brings everyone together, which is awesome,
Yeah. Seeing some of the highlights here from the game. We had plenty of highlights, which was exciting. And now it's going to be decided via the penalty shootout. Good couple of saves shown here. This one, though, not a save. This one's in the back of the net from Devyanka Kumar. See it from another angle. This is the first goal of the match, and it goes. And we saw, this was actually the third goal here. This one here to Hallie Skara. Bang, in the corner it goes. And then good bit of defensive work here. Lana Charlick, she was impressive right the way through the game. And teams here out in front of us at the moment. It's just trying to figure out who's going to be taking penalty shootouts, who's going to be defending them, and what their plan is for the shootout. So there's our stats for the game. Pretty even, really. Shots on goal and circle entries obviously favouring Fiji, but penalty corners favouring New Zealand Pasifika. So opportunities both ways, and the only stat that really counts is the one at the top. 2-2 after 4 quarters. So we will go through to a penalty shootout. So just as the teams organise their groups there, so what will happen is each team will nominate 5 attacking players and 1 defending goalkeeper to alternate in attempts via the 8-second penalty shootout. So each attacker has 8 seconds to move the ball from the 25-yard line into the attacking circle and then attempt to score a goal. If the goal is scored, the shootout is over. Of course, there's the goal. If there is an infringement by the attacking player, foot, back of the stick, shepherding, any of those sorts, or it goes out over the back line, then the shootout is over. If there's an infringement by the goalkeeper, i.e. Stick tackle,
or just a bad tackle, or taking a player out of play,
or
sliding or something.
Or intentionally out over the back line, back of the stick, any of those by the goalkeeper, then either a penalty stroke or a retake will be awarded depending on the severity of the occurrence. And after 5, most goals wins it. If it's still locked up after those 5 attempts each, we will go through to a sudden death where it's pretty much a 1-for-1 sort of go about the same process. So we're just trying to figure out who's out there at the moment for...
Well, there's more officials on the turf than there are players, to be honest.
Yeah. Fiji looks like they've got 14 and 21, which will be Dakota Corringham and Nadia Magoon. They look like they've also got 7, Oxida Aragonetha. And we'll try and figure out the other 2. I would say by the looks of that it's probably number 4, Lala Ravatu. once we get a look at it. Pacifica, Lana Charlick, Zoe Taikamata are both going out there. Tulin Pritchard is there as well. Also we've got 13, Eva Sexton, and 10, Haley Skara. So most of the ones that we know, which is good.
And we've got Queenie's in goal, obviously, for the Pacifica.
Yep, Queenie Blacklock and Rebecca Kelly in goal for Fiji Heritage. So Lana Charlick, she is up first.
She didn't play the the full game, did she?
They alternated through.
Did they alternate through?
Yep.
I didn't pay attention.
Yeah, no, the Fijian team alternated through. So here we've got Pacifica looking on. They will attack first through Lana Charlick. So 8 seconds here to score. You get as many attempts as you can in 8 seconds. You can follow up a rebound, have a second shot, as long as it's in the 8 seconds. Here we go, Charlick. Gets the reverse. First save's a good one. Second save's even better. And the third save from Rebecca Kelly. And the first one for Pacifica is a miss.
Big play.
Yeah, huge there from Rebecca Kelly. Fantastic goalkeeping. Lana Charlick, she's all smiles, but inside. That's a heartbreaker to miss the first shootout.
I think it just got away from Lorna there when you saw her entering the circle. The ball just got a little bit away from her. If we see a replay later, maybe, but...
We've got Akosita Arigonetha here for Fiji Heritage, taking on Blacklock. Goes to right, little spin, she's lost it, just tries to bat it through, and it works there. Arigonetha strikes first for Fiji Heritage, up 1-0 here in the penalty shootout.
Yep.
And now the captain is called on, Haley Skara. She scored in regular time and needs one here to level things back up. Skara fakes the one from the top, drags. It's another save there from Rebecca Kelly. Is she going to be the Fijian hero?
Yeah, she's got a spring in her step, and she's seeing the ball well and moving really well. You can see it just how nice she's moving as a goalie. That just...
Yes, another miss coming there for Pacifica, and now up for Fiji is Dakota Corringham. They can take a big lead here in the shootout. Corringham.
Good save.
Well saved there by Queenie Blacklock in goal. And really interesting here. Yeah, they're gonna retake it because the hooter went off. S-Man, personally, I would love for them to have called that when the hooter went off, rather than allowing the shootout to play out and then going to the retake.
Well, there's like 6 officials out there.
Yeah. Not to be too critical, but the hooter went, and I would have liked to see them call it then and there, rather than letting the shootout play out. Yeah, that's really tough there for Queenie Blacklock. She makes the first save on the first shootout attempt, forced to go again, and that time, though, Corringham makes no mistake and gets it on the reverse. I got to feel a little bit for Queenie Blacklock in that situation.
I think that's pretty tough.
Taikamata here for Pacifica needs to score.
Wow.
Yeah, turns her around once, twice, 3 times, doesn't matter. She's finding the back of the goal. And Zoe Taikamata gets them on the scoreboard here in the shootout. 2-1 in favour of Fiji Heritage, but their third one coming now. It's the third attacker here, and it's Nadia Magoon for Fiji. Queenie Blacklock just doing a bit of adjustments on the gear. Magoon drags right, finds the space. Great save by Queenie Blacklock. Really solid save there from Queenie. I'd love to see Nadia do a little bit more. Yeah, dragged right and then just kind of stayed right. I think the times where you see players go really well is they drag one way and then find a way back to the other side. Just close down her angle as we see Tulin Pritchard here for Pacifica. Smooth as.
Got a touch, but not enough.
Yep. Almost got the stick save on it, Rebecca Kelly. But Tulan Pritchard just reverse stick there. Finds the back of the net, and it's now 2-2 in the penalty shootout with Fiji ready to take their 4th attempt. So they could go ahead here 3-2 with a make. And it's Laura Bukalidi for Fiji, number 9. Tries to get it off the ground.
Oh, wow.
And the hit at it goes across the front of goal. Everybody's heart took an extra second there in the Pasifika team, but we're locked up now in the shootout. Yes, 4 attempts each. It's 2-2, and it's going to fall here to Eva Sexton for Pasifika.
Pressure play.
Yeah, she was all smiles in the dugout only 5 minutes ago. Let's see what we've got going on now. Eva Sexton for Pasifika to put some real pressure on. Oh, that's really tough. I actually like the move, the little 3D reverse. It's a tough skill to pull off, but whether it hit the post or just hit the side net there, that one's wide. And now the big opportunity falls to Lala Rava to score it, and they win.
I'm going to call it. She'll come in the circle and just crack it.
She misses, and we go to sudden death. Rava to... And she scores it. Lala Ravatu converts the penalty. And they're not the world's fastest celebration, but there they go.
Well done.
Fiji Heritage get it done in the end. 3-2 in the penalty shootout after 2-2 in regulation. And it takes right till the last penalty shootout there to decide a winner. Yes, up 2, then down 2, and really interesting there.
No matter what, these are tough ways to finish a game. Whether you're a goalie, player, coach, or anybody, it's just really unfortunate. But it's it's all part of the game these days.
Yep, that's it. That's hockey, and at the end of the day, we need a winner from all the games, and penalty shootout was all that was going to separate these two teams after 4 quarters of hockey. Look how good that is. Yes, they love it. The Fiji Heritage ladies here, first time, and they pick up a win through the penalty shootout. 5-4, the final score, shootouts and goals combined. What a way to finish day 1 here. Excellent finish for the day. So congratulations there to the Fiji Heritage ladies picking up the win. Commiserations, of course, to New Zealand Pasifika. And we will be back here again on 10 a.m. for the first lot of games tomorrow, day 2.